both those waves, pretty good openers for the guys. But yeah, to go back to Mark's last wave, that was a 180. Did you see that, Tez?
I didn't see it. No, I was just miking up. But let's check the replay, Benny. Take us through it, bud.
So he goes up to the section, goes for a backflip, but it ends up actually pushing him back out the opposite way.
That's a cheeky little one, like a grummer to do, sort of after
yeah,
school.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And next up we got Leicester with a replay. Oh, we got Mark's one again. Yeah. So that's not really a replay right there. This is the one we're looking at. Andrew Leicester driving into the section, going cleanly up to the section. Nice invert. Good extension of the arms, and the judges will like that, I dare say, more than Mark's first wave.
Well, that is a profile there of the 31-year-old Cronulla local Andrew Leicester, 80 kilos, 176 pounds, 178 centimetres tall, and he is in the yellow corner, red corner, rather, for what is going to be a really good battle between these two guys.
Yeah, I mean, the level of riding this far into the competition is all excellent. The guys are all really capable riders, as we see Mark driving into the section, rolling out. I think he got gubbed on the section, though. Kind of hard to make some of the sections out here at Sintra. I like that.
Yeah, it's got the old kaplunk syndrome. I don't know what it is. Something about the wave here. That
I like that, kaplunk.
Yeah, it just makes it tough. There we go. That's our two combatants. We got Andrew Leicester in the red, currently ranked number 13 in the world, and Mark McCarthy from South Africa, ranked 9 coming into this contest in the yellow. So great battles coming your way, including Magno Passos and Sammy Bennett the next one, but there's red.
Andrew Leicester going nice drive through the pit, bit of a foamy section, roll out. He's a smart competitor, right? What he's doing right there is looking for his second scoring wave, just you know, to start the heats, and he's got 2 waves kind of counting straight away, and he'll build from that through this kind of campaign in this heat.
Yeah, well, Andrew is a very smart competitor, and he's also really versatile too. He's always been so good in all conditions. Here's a nice replay of Leicester. Just gets a little cover up, just a nice little puts a pie in the oven, comes out, pushes it down the line, and the way that he extends those rolls, that's a hallmark of Leicester surfing as well, BP, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really well trained for all kind of conditions. The great thing about Leicester is he is so versatile, like what you're saying. Teza, like you put him out somewhere like 8-foot Shark Island and you rip it just as much as like 1-foot waves here in Sintra, which is a really good attribute to his talent, and as we saw in that last one. And scores are dropping for the guys right now. Andrew Leicester got a 6.13 for that first invert air that he did. We're still waiting for scores to drop for that last wave. And Mark McCarthy got a 5 for his 180 ARS. Or actually, that's actually a roll, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
It is.
So yeah, you got a 5 for that. So yeah, like both scores are pretty nice to start the heat, and they're both looking to start to build from that, I guess. So Teza, have you been enjoying your time in Sintra thus far, mate?
Well, I've I've upgraded myself to the Aruba's Hotel last night, and we've been staying a couple of beaches down at Apple Beach. I think it loosely translates to Massage or something. Massage Beach.
Massage.
Yeah, Massage. That's the one. And mate, it's I'm stoked to be back at the Aruba's. It's such a beautiful little hotel, that one, and. I'm paying for it out of my own pocket, make that clear.
Whoa.
yeah, the guy's forking out. But if I come to Lisbon, I really want to stay at, on the beach here. It's all part of the experience. But there's Andrew Leicester's second wave coming through at a 5.88.
And then we got Mark McCarthy driving through the section, going up. Nice little power roll through the section. Gets gubbed. What's going on, mate? Get a bit of wax on that board. Geez, like, I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling when you start your heat and you get a few bad waves in a row like that. It's hard to turn your head around, but Mark McCarthy is a great competitor. As you see, he's driving down this section. Great style, great speed. Tries to drive up through this section. But what do you call it, Tez? Got him?
The kaplunk.
The kaplunk. There we go, the kaplunk.
Kaplunk.
Right on his back there.
Yeah, it's some kind of gravitational hole that just pulls you down. You can see him just catching his nose on the way through. He did all the hard work, but in the end, it got him. 28 years of age, currently ranked 7th in South Africa, 180 centimetres tall. He's 72 kgs, and he's a pretty fit fella. That is Mark McCarthy. So right now, both competitors got 2 waves apiece, but it's Andrew Leicester breaking out to an early lead. Coming up next, we've got another good battle, Magno Passos versus Sammy Bennett. What are your thoughts on that one?
That's again a tough heat. Both are really good competitors. Sammy's got 3rd, I think, at the pipe competition and earlier this year, and this will be his second best result of the year thus far. And Magno, everyone's seen Magno's performances, winning box last year, getting second in box last year, and always really high up there in the charts. So, yeah, we just got scores dropping for last Mark McCarthy getting a 4.25 for that last roll. To me, that's Tez. I don't know. That seems quite peculiar. The judges must have seen that as a make. From our perspective, we didn't see that as a make. I know we probably shouldn't question the judges, but that's personal opinion here.
They got such a tough job. I would hate to be a judge. Wouldn't you hate to be a judge?
Yeah, I'd hate it. I would absolutely hate it. Yeah.
It's a horrible scenario. Look, while there's a break in the action, let's cross down to Natasha Zagadia. She's got the winner of the previous heat. Just happens to be her boyfriend, Jared Houston. Take it away.
Terry, I have to say it's a pleasure to present you to the winner of the last heat, Jared Houston from South Africa, Cape Town, La Ciudad del Cabo. The conditions were very fun. It looks very fun from the shore. And we want to know something. It pays well just not being so safe on the heat and risking a little bit?
Yeah, it definitely paid off. I got like a nice little ramp on my first wave, and I just decided to just go as big as I could and went for that backflip and got a rewarded with 8.75. I thought it was a pretty big score, especially inside wave, but I guess the judges just liked that it had a bit of power behind it, and it really flung me out. So I started off on a good note, and it definitely helped to go big from the word go.
So you're going now to the quarterfinals. You don't know yet who you're going to face with, but obviously a quarterfinal is a good result for you. You're excited, or you feel pressure?
Yeah, I'm super happy. Like, it's my best result so far this year, and it was my goal coming into this event to place at least 5th, so I'm happy that I've reached that goal, and I'm just going to try and keep going all the way through, hopefully.
Why are you shaking?
It's so cold. Like, the water got so cold overnight, and I'm freaking freezing.
I want to ask you a question. Coming from South Africa, for a place that it's like a machine of good bodyboarders everywhere, and now we can see some South African killing it now in the heat as well. Having a world champion as Andre Bota for many years, a great icon of the bodyboarding itself in the global history of bodyboarding, it gives you a little bit of strength. It gives you like confidence that because you can do it as well, or it's like, oh, I have to do it because there's already a precedent. How do you take that situation?
Yeah, obviously that was inspiring. I mean, any country that's world champion, it like inspires a whole generation. And I mean, I guess that inspired guys like McCarthy and that to go on and do it. And I'm just happy that he went and did it because he inspired me to go and do it. He inspired the whole bunch of young South African guys coming along, and I guess we got Dre to thank for that, and the guys before him like Dean Seppings, Billy Thiel, and all those old South African boys. They really paved the way for us. So yeah, big thanks to them.
So I guess all the fans you have, they want you to be responsible and do the same. Yeah. So good luck, and keep straight, keep focused, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
Okay, you want to say some shout-outs for the people that is watching?
Yeah, just thanks to my family and my friends for watching. They've been watching every day, and yeah, I love you guys. I miss you. I'll see you next week. Can't wait to get home, and yeah, just thanks a lot.
And for your girlfriend?
Yeah, I love you.
Thank you. Let's go back to you guys. Woo!
Yeah.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Yeah, I tell you what.
We're just getting a little bit carried away in conversation. I was actually just drawing a picture of Jerry there. See, with his big swooping
finish. And I was drawing a picture also of a board rack that I wanted to manufacture here. Well, it's so hard to work this out. Yeah, here where the board can sit behind the person who's getting interviewed, so they don't have to hold it. There we go. We've been watching, and listen, we're going to check out a couple of waves that we missed during that interview. And one of them was from Andrew Lester. Let's have a look at that replay, BP, and see what went down during the interview.
Alrighty. Okay, or maybe not.
Yeah, they're just dialing it up. I've just got through the earpiece. They're just dialing it up. So we'll dig into the hard drive and we'll get that one out for you. Don't forget, here it is. Here's what happened. Take us through it, BP.
So Lesty driving down into this section. Good little tube, half tube, roll out. Turns back around the section. Nice solid bottom turn through that next section. Good little spin. Another spin. You know, he's a smart competitor, like I said. Unfortunately, only getting a 4 point. Oh, Lesty going for a backflip on that last one. That also happened. Getting a 4.13 for that 4.3, sorry, for that last flip. And the wave before that is 6.1. And here we got Mark with his wave that happened during the heat. Was that a flip? I couldn't really see what happened
there. We already
there.
had a meeting
Maybe
with Roman and with Chico.
Driving
so
into
going
the
to continue
section,
with the men's and then into the women.
And
yeah, I can't talk.
And yeah, flipping off that section right there. And yeah, anyway, a little cross lingo going on here. How you all going out there? And that's not black because there is actually black in the heat. But the standings after that is that Andrew Lester is currently in the lead with a 6.13 and a 6.1. And Mark McCarthy with a 6.58 for that roll, spin, roll, and a 5 flat. So, yeah, Mark doesn't need actually that much to catch Lester. He only needs a 5.65, which isn't that much in these conditions. It's probably like a barrel to, roll with another roll or something like that would give you like about a 6.5. So, very attainable for the seasoned veteran. And, yeah. So, yeah, next up after this round, we've actually got the men's coming up, the quarterfinals. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And it's always a hard decision for contest directors such as Terry because he's trying to please everyone. And as you might have heard during that last replay, the girls are probably a little bit angry that they didn't get a chance to run. And it's always a hard job, isn't it, Tess?
It's so
to make
tough,
sure that
mate. Yeah,
happy.
and you can please most of the people most of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. And I just got to run with that. But we have a democratic selection process here where we have Rahman, the competition director, and also Chico, the head judge, and myself as a technical director. So also in conjunction with the men's and women's reps, we just have to, they're the people that vote on it, and it's anyway.
Yeah, it's a tough
that's
one.
what we're going to do. We got some scores through, though, and Mark McCarthy, not Jerry, it's the other South African. Mark McCarthy, a 6.65 and a 6.58. Last two waves for yellow has put him into the lead. So Andrew Lester on the back foot, mate, now looking for a 7.1 to take the lead.
Yeah. So, yeah, like as we've seen the whole way through this heat, the guys have just been building on their scores and getting better and better and better. And, Lesty's looking to build as well. Needs a 7.1. Here he takes off on this little wave, driving into the section. Nice roll. Come on, mate. Nice, another roll. That's a good scoring wave. I doubt it's a 7.1, which he's looking for right now. So right now, Mark would have priority and in a pretty strong position, I have to say. But there is still 16 minutes left on the clock, so there's plenty of time for Andy to catch him. But typically, being an athlete out there, you don't want to be in second position in a man-on-man heat and not have priority. It makes it that little bit more technical and difficult to get the wave you need to be able to get the score.
Yeah, well said, BP. Well, we're down to around about 16 minutes remaining for this one. McCarthy, a couple of good scores. Andrew Lester, a little bit of work to do. Here's a replay of the rider in red, Andrew Lester. I think we're going to that now. Let's wait and see what eventuates. Here we go. Take us through this one. Beeps.
Yeah, he turns straight up into the section. Nice air roll. Going for another air roll. That's a nice scoring wave. Like I said, it's like 2 rolls is a pretty strong scoring wave. If you can do 3, that's a really strong scoring wave. And if they're clean rolls like what Andy does, they score really well. And here we got Mark McCarthy taking off, going for a nice air roll, spin, and dare say another air roll. Okay, so that's nice as well. Unfortunately, I don't think it was as clean as Lesty's last one. And now Lester has priority, so he's in a good position to build on that last score. But, look at the waves. They're beautiful waves today. And here we got Mark taking advantage of those nice waves.
Yeah, it's super clean. Offshore winds around about 2 feet, maybe a couple of 2.5-footers sneaking on through. But, it is very glassy and it's got some nice shape about it. Guys getting some barrels, a bit of lip to work with. So, this is a European summer. We were kind of lucked out over the last couple of days with the bigger waves and... this is kind of more like what we expected when we came here. Ben, do you normally ride? Do you ride a normal board when you come here to Europe, or do you get something a bit bigger and wider?
Typically, like the last few years, we've been really lucky with conditions. Like we've always seemed to be, get swell for the comp. So here in Portugal, SINTRA Portugal. So this year, I didn't actually have enough space to pack all my kind of small wave boards and stuff like that. So I just kind of riding what I normally ride.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But like today, you could easily get enough speed out there to do most tricks. If you had the time, you could probably do things like reverse airs and stuff like that out there if you could select the right kind of waves.
Well, there's the Moto guys just making their way through the lineup. The Red Bull jet ski just zooming through as we see current heat leader Mark McCarthy. That's a better looking wave.
Oh, that's nice. That is. Look at that tube. He's still in it, milking it. Must have got caught back there. You can't really see from this angle, but yeah, he must have got caught back there by the shockwave. Where is he? Oh, come on, Marky.
Where did he go?
I don't know. He's just disappeared.
That's funny. It's like the camera went back on the line that he took and he wasn't there. It's like he just got sucked down into that void. Let's check the replay. This one opened up right on takeoff.
Nice little barrel. Look at that thing driving through the section. He might have got unstuck just there, I dare say. That was quite because it kind of went high and looked like it might have pinched it a little bit. But then when we zoom back,
you know what I think? I think he actually went like a lot further to the left towards the end of that barrel than we thought.
Wow.
Yeah.
And here we got Lesty. Oh, that's a nice little barrel. Come on, mate. Just get stuck up in it. It's got pretty tight there towards the end, and you know, like sometimes when the barrel's that tight, your shoulders hit and you lose a lot of speed on the exit. So looks like what kind of happened to him right there. You know, sometimes there's like a little barrel like that. I'll try and squeeze my body and make it as small as I possibly can, so you don't catch any edges on the lip and the face, and so you get as much speed to come out.
Yeah,
you
lose a bit of valuable momentum, but he's back into it again. This is a better one. Scooped in nicely.
Nice one, mate. Nice one. Milking it. Oh, really milking it. And looking to finish it off with another couple of rolls. It's a pretty strong wave, I think. Like, it'll be interesting to see how the judges score those rolls because he didn't really get much air off the lip. But it will be really interesting to see how they score that.
Yeah, well, he was chasing a 7.45. Look at the replay on here. So the entry into that was just beautiful to watch.
Yeah, beautiful. Really nice. Pushing through this section. He did well to do that. I would not be able to do that. And then, yeah, he knows how to compete, knows how to roll, knows how to get the scores, and he did as much as he possibly could on that wave to get the scores. So
I reckon that's going to be very close, mate. I mean, that looked like almost a 7.5 to me on a day like today. That's, you know, not a lot more you can do. Maybe, as you said, the wave didn't really pitch out too much, and he kind of forced those rolls a little more than he would have liked to. But, you know, just in general, I mean, you know, when you for what he had to work with, that was pretty good stuff.
You know what's crazy? I think, like, the judges are so good at determining, like, guys when they're trying to force moves and trying to grovel, basically, and, like, they're really good at seeing that and, you know, like, underscoring, like, when guys are doing that. I noticed that in the last couple of heats over the last couple of days, and here we got Leslie definitely not groveling on this first little barrel. Look at him.
This is a replay for the judges. So before they give the score, this is they've got a big plasma screen in the judges' tower. I just got a call from Ren from the webcast team, and he said this is just for the judges. So they really wanted to look at the finer sort of details of that ride before they go and give the score. Yeah,
they're good. They're really good at doing this kind of stuff. And there's no faking it anymore. Like they know like what the telltale points are of people when they grovel and stuff like that. Like actually like. What I'm referencing is a flip that Alex Urunga did in the dying seconds of a heat like a few days ago. And he caught a left and went into the section, and he didn't actually flip off the lip. He flipped off the wedge.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's going to be really interesting to see how they score that because it was a full rotation flip, a big flip, but he didn't actually go off the lip. And they didn't score it. Yeah, like its full potential because he didn't actually hit the lip line.
Yeah, that's good.
And I thought that was really clever, like that they actually saw that. Because, like, even the best riders in the world would not be able to see someone doing that, and they saw that, so it's really good.
Mate, I had Jeff Hubbard and Mike Stewart up there in the judges' tower the other day. They just sat and watched a heat or two, and they just watched the priority sequence going down and watched the boys in action, and they came out of there just shaking their head, going they were very professional, those guys.
Yeah, they took a great job.
And it's a super tough job. And there's the score that he needed, a 7.45. We said that it was pretty much a 7.5 kind of ride.
Well done, Leslie. Well done, judges. I think that was spot on. Terry picked that. You picked up. You said 7.5, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Jesus. Hey. So yeah, look at those scores right there. We got Leslie with a 6.5 and a 7.45, and Mark with a 6.65 and a 7.3. Really tight heat. There's nothing in it. Total combined score of Leicester is 13. Look at this. They're actually on a dead set tie right now.
Yeah, that is crazy. It's come back to the highest scoring wave. So McCarthy's got the 7.3, but Leicester's holding on to 7.45. So the system breaks the tie by going to the highest single wave. And if you look now, McCarthy needing the sign of the devil, a 6.66.
Come on, Marky. What do you got for us? Oh, Mark. Unfortunately, coming a cropper on that one.
Well, there's 9 minutes remaining. Andrew Lester, first place, first priority, and Mark McCarthy chasing that 6.66.
How exciting is this? I love heats out of this type. Yeah. I hate surfing in them, but I like watching them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we got more action coming your way, folks. We got Magno Passos taking on Sammy Bennett. As we said earlier, Magno, he's he's a Brazilian, but I must admit he's a big wave specialist, really, isn't he, Magno? He's a charger.
Yeah.
Sam Bennett, on the other hand, the kid from Port Macquarie, they don't have any reefs up that way, do they? No, he's a beach break specialist.
Yeah, he is.
That's it in a nutshell.
He's a really technical rider, Sam Bennett. You'll see, like, doing really technical things like crossing his legs really tightly and making sure like his flips are perfect and stuff like that. And he bases his surfing off like being really technical in beach break kind of style waves, which he's accustomed to up in Port Macquarie. And Magno with his strong bottom turns, good like strong lines on the wave and stuff like that. Like his style is definitely more accustomed for reef breaks, but he has been really surprised me in these conditions. The other day I was watching him out here in the heat and he was ripping it apart, like doing big flips, big clean El Rolos and stuff. So he's more than capable of taking down Sam, and Sam's more like very capable of taking down Magno. So it's going to be a good heat.
It is very good and very contrasting styles. Look at this thing. That's a bigger wave.
Oh, Marky.
Unlucky.
Just getting caught up in the takeoff of that.
Yeah, I thought that was going to hold up, but back to Sam Bennett. Sam's got such a casual style to competition, hasn't he? He's got like this. It's just like he's going free serving. He's so casual about everything. It's really cool to watch.
Yeah.
And Magno, well, in man-on-man heats, Magno is just so experienced. And, well, Mark McCarthy sneaking a little one in there behind the tent. We'll try and drag that one up out of the replay. You can see Lester just looking from behind, but he's chasing a 666, so it's going to have to be a pretty outstanding ride.
That's right, mate. That's a specific wave. You can't just get any wave and do it. Unfortunately, we missed the takeoff of this wave, but looks to me like it's a pretty strong wave. Double barrel, potentially, with a little air roll out. It could have been a 6.66, which he needs. We'll have to wait to see what the judges saw in that wave, but pretty strong. Strong wave.
Mark McCarthy got that wave when he was paddling back out, right on the edge of the free surfing crew. You can see those guys there, and he's making his way back in. I did say to some of the competitors earlier, be careful where you take off. If you're too far down the line, it's really hard to judge the technical aspects of the rides. We're looking from behind, like from they're about like 50 or 100 metres up to our left, folks, on the left of the screen. So we got another replay coming through just for the judges this one, so they can have a real good look at this one because it was up the beach. And here it is again for McCarthy.
It looks to me like he must have got a first barrel in that section, pushing up into the second section, getting another barrel, and probably waiting in there for the lip line to come over and then just kind of flicks a roll up out of that section right there. It's hard to say because like we unfortunately missed the beginning of that wave. I'm sure the judges saw it from their perspective, but where we are, we didn't get a chance to see that. So be interesting to see.
Yeah, one of the things when you're looking from behind on a right-hander like that, and the guys in a tube, is really hard to determine how deep they are. And it'll be interesting to see when that score comes through. We're down to around about 5.5 minutes, folks. You are watching round number 6 of the Grand Slam men's competition from the Sintra Portugal Pro. And looks like still waiting for that score of McCarthy to load up. Andrew Lester currently in the lead on the strength of a 7.45 and a 6.5. And Mark McCarthy sitting in second place, as we said, holding on to a 7.3 and a 6.65. So they're identically locked on 13.95. But McCarthy needs that 6.66 to elevate himself into the lead. Let's see if it comes through while we're watching here. The judges really deliberating and having a long powwow about that one. And we'll just...
What you were saying?
There it is, 7.13.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's big. Oh, that changes things.
Pressure's back on the kid from Cronulla.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, but it looks to me like there's a couple of sets come through, Tez. So let's see what he can pull out for the boys. Oh, geez, this is exciting, hey?
Yeah, awesome heat. And, it was always going to be a cracker, this one, right from the start when you saw those two names on the sheet.
Yeah, look at this thing coming through. Lesty having a bit of a paddle. Nice little power paddle, getting a lot of speed straight off the bat. What's this got for him? Nice roll. Get in that pit, mate. Go on. Oh, that was nice, Lesty. Very nice. And here we got Mark straight behind. Nice little barrel takeoff. Driving into the section. Air roll out. Not bad.
Whoa.
That's a really...
How was that for a exchange between those two guys? That was pretty classic stuff.
That was classic. That's going to be really interesting to see what scores drops for Lester for this wave as he's driving into the section. Nice little bottom turn. Good air roll. and then straight up into an invert. I don't even know how he managed to get air off that section.
Nice variation. He could have quite easily rolled off that one, but went for a more technical move off the end.
That's correct, mate.
Good thinking there from Andrew Lester. We've also got the replay of Mark McCarthy. Take us through this.
Driving into the little barrel. As you see the wedge moving through the wave. He's just chasing that little wedge down, getting a nice barrel. Coming out probably cleanly. We can't see from this angle. Rolling out. Out of that exchange, I'd have to say Lester's is probably the stronger one, but Mark did do a little bit of a claim, so
yeah.
the judges might.
I really liked the way that McCarthy dropped into that section, and that first big heaving lip came right over. That was cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
You know, just a one big major move. I mean, the criteria allows for that stuff against Lester's combos. Lester kind of skipped along the face a bit. I didn't really feel that he got the rail right in there and drove off it.
Yeah, he didn't drive off it. Yeah. Didn't see that nice big long bottom
maybe
turn that
that's
the judges
the difference.
like. It might have been much nicer if we just kind of drove straight into the section and did like a really big invert or something. But I don't know. He's a really technical guy, and he's really good at combination pocket surfing, Lester. And that's what we saw in that last wave. So.
All right. Well, interesting exchange here between Andrew and.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Hang on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. We just heard the scores from that from that last exchange. Last of red was a 7.8, I'm pretty sure, for that roll off the top to an invert. But the last of Mark's was actually a 9.13, which pushes him back up the lead. So Lester moved into first place for 10 seconds, and then Mark actually caught the next wave straight up, getting a 9.13 for that barrel to roll out. So it's good to see what the judges are looking for. The judges are looking for nice, clean, barrel rides and moves out. So if like a lot of riders could definitely be taking advantage of that going to the quarterfinals, which are up next.
I wonder who's got priority in this situation. I'm pretty sure Lester got himself back out there first.
Yeah, it looks like to me like that. So there you go. Lester needing an 8.64 to move back up into first place. Extremely doable for Lester. If I could talk to him right now and say, mate, you just need to hunt down a good little barreling wave and try and flip out of it, and you'll be able to get that score.
You know what? There's some little lines coming through too, Benny, and we're down to 1 minute remaining. Lester does have priority.
Wow, this is really exciting.
And he's the king of getting himself out of trouble. This is going to be awesome. 60 seconds.
Yeah. So if he can drive into a nice little barrel and flip out, that's going to beat Mark's 9.13 because Mark rolled out. This is really exciting, and it's like really exciting being a competitor in this position too, because it all comes down to you. You got the talent, you got the skill, you know what you got to do. You're just waiting for that wave to do it. All
right. Well, let's hope Mother Nature dishes up a little something. Those first little lines didn't really eventuate. Just trying to get a look out the corner here, but there are some tiny waves coming through. I don't know if they're going to have the sort of potential he needs. He needs set waves for sure. Yeah, he
definitely needs set waves. As we saw in Mark's last exchange with the 7.3, which was a little tight barrel ride on the inside as compared to the 9.13, which was a set wave. Almost identical waves, but the 9.13 was a set wave. So there's 10 seconds left. I have to say I think time's going to get away from Lester, which is a really big shame because he's my travel companion.